basket of mushrooms for Christmas? Not really. These are my meringue mushroom cookies. A great addition to any cookie tray. To the kitchen. For this session, we're going to be making meringue mushrooms. They're those cute little cookies that you see adorning cookie trays. They're often used to adorn the Christmas cake known as a bûche de Noël. And as you'll see, they're actually quite easy to do. I have here 3 egg whites, and I've got them in this empty jar because I had them in my freezer. If you don't know, egg whites freeze really well, so there's no reason to ever throw any away. I have my mixer fitted with a whisk attachment, and I'm just going to start these and let them go until they get white and foamy. Reached a foamy stage, so I'm going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Since I'm not using a copper bowl, this cream of tartar helps stabilize the egg whites. And we'll just give that a quick spin. All right, I've got about 1 cup of sugar here, scant. You use about 1/3 of a cup of sugar for each egg white you're going to use. That's pretty standard. Now turn the mixer on low and start adding this, as you'll see, quite slowly. About halfway through, you want to stop your mixer and scrape the side of the bowl to make sure all that sugar is being incorporated. There it goes. And we'll do that again toward the end. I finished adding all the sugar, and I'm going to give the bowl a final scrape and a last little mix just to get all this sugar in. There. Now you can see we have a really stiff meringue mixture here. Pipe out the mushroom caps. As you pipe them, raise the bag a little toward the end to give them some height. There we go. Now I know these don't look much like mushrooms yet, but just wait. And for the stems, what you'll do is just take your bag and raise it. And you want to pipe the same number of stems as you have caps, of course. I usually pipe a couple of extra stems just to allow for accidents. Now, to get these to look more like mushrooms, you're going to dampen and just dampen a finger in water and very gently press that little peak down. All right, now that I have all the caps flattened, I've got about a teaspoon of cocoa powder in a very fine sieve. And with the edge of the spoon, I'm just going to very gently tap, very gently, just to get a few little speckles on there. Make them a bit more realistic looking. That one looks like maybe just, there we are. Now these are going to go into the 300-degree oven. And as soon as I put them in, I'm going to turn the oven off. And they can stay for 2 or 3 hours or even overnight. All right, I'm going to microwave this on high in 30-second intervals. Let's check this and see how far it has melted. It's started but not finished, so I'm going to put it back in for another, I'll put it in for 30 seconds, but I'm going to check it at 15. My chocolate actually took the full additional 30 seconds to melt, and I'm just stirring this to even it out. Melt the last little bit, make sure it's smooth. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we're going to cut the tops off the stems. Most recipes will tell you to poke a little hole in the top of on the underside of the cap. I much prefer doing it this way. You'll see it cuts quite cleanly, and I find it gives a better surface to stick the cap onto the stem. I've cut all the tops off the stems, and now I'm ready to put these little guys together. Using a small offset spatula, just spread a little bit of chocolate on the underside of the mushroom cap. Take your stem and glue it on, and just leave it upside down to dry. Do another one. It doesn't take very much chocolate at all to do these, but maybe a little more than that. And just attach the stem. I always tell my husband that baking is like carpentry. Having the right tools makes all the difference. And there we have them. The chocolate has dried, and I'd like to show you a fun way of presenting these. I save strawberry or mushroom baskets, wash them of course, and you just pile these in, just as you'd see them in the store. Let's see how many we can fit. I gave these as a gift one time, and several weeks later, my hostess told me she had put them in the kitchen and thought a basket of mushrooms was the strangest hostess gift she'd ever received. And then, of course, she found out they were delicious little cookies. Oh, it looks like I can pile all of these in. All right. I've got a square of cellophane, and I'm just going to gather the corners. And take a length of ribbon. Tie a bow. Oops. There we go. And there, you have a lovely little gift. I hope you enjoy making these, and I hope you'll visit my website for further recipes.